Hello and welcome to the WIP, the What If podcast. That's the work in progress. I am your host, the Spirit of 86, the Slim James. I'm riding solo today, so it's going to be a little bit of a bonus episode. Well, it's not really a bonus episode because we're still talking What If. But in honor of the 4th of July, it's America edition. The issue we're reviewing today is What If, featuring Captain America from the series of 2006, One-Offs. It's basically less of a what if and more of a wouldn't it be cool if, because these don't really center around a point in time. It's more of an alternate reality tale. Something else happened. So we'll take a look at that. Our cover features our Civil War Captain America. It's all sepia toned, and we see some soldiers right in the background. Not quite final edition American flag with all the stars in a different alignment, along with the stars and bars of the South. It's Civil War times, but not that Civil War, the other Civil War. So when you try to look for this on Google, you get a bunch of Civil War stuff, and him just babbling on about Iron Man, and then he gets shot in the head or something. So we open our issue. It's the New York Times Post. Good God. It's an article showing current day alternate reality Captain America in a sweet alternate reality getup with some gold piping on there. He sort of looks like he's out of Kick-Ass or something. Fighting the White Skull. That's right, in this reality, the skull's white, not red. If you read the text, it says that this is actually the great-grandson of the original Captain America who fought in the Civil War. Whoa. The narrator, there's no Uwatu in these one-offs. It's a hacker who's hacking using quantum computers. Is it 1 or 0? Maybe it's both. And he's hacking into an alternate reality internet. Whoa. That's the thing with these quantum computers. We're going to discover a portal to the alternate realities. It's going to be end of humankind as we know it. But I digress. We see pictures of Civil War Captain America with his Native American looking shield. And this hacker's like, oh, I discovered this thing. Let's read it. So we see our Civil War battalion. What are they? Bushwhackers, Jayhawkers. That's it. And they're led by Colonel Buck Barnes. That's right. In this alternate reality, Bucky outranks Captain America. And he's like, yeah, things. We're gonna rape and pillage the village. And it's true. He's kind of an asshole. They go into the village, like, burn it down! And Steve Rogers is like, let's not be too crazy here. What about the slaves? And Bucky's like, well, don't worry about it. We're just still here to just destroy the South. And we gotta cripple them so we can just take back over and reunite the country. The ends justify the means. And after another brouhaha, an eagle, for some reason, I suppose it's a magic eagle, and we'll figure out why in a second. But an eagle comes along and scratches one of Bucky's eyes, not quite out, but it gives him sort of a Jonah Hex disease, where he's got one wonky eye. Steve Rogers and Buck Barnes are scuffling because of this disagreement about the direction of the war and Colonel Buck Barnes' methods. So Bucky shoots him in the back. That's right, in this tale, Bucky is the bad guy. What? I know. And everything's looking all sort of sepia/fiery, orangey brown because the city's burning around them. So Steve Rogers runs around the barn, and oh my God, it's wild horses, as the Rolling Stones would say. And they drag this shot man around some as well. So he is super fucked. Steve Rogers gets dragged to this magic spot or something. A spirit eagle. It rises from the ground, but it's also red, white, and blue colored, so we know it's an American eagle. It's right in America. It's not just spirituality, it's American spirituality. So we see a black guy. He's revealed to be Sam Wilson, and he takes in the totally fucked Steve Rogers. He needs to get his healing on. So luckily, Sam Wilson is a medicine man as well, for plot convenience. And that eagle that attacked Bucky was probably his too, because he's, instead of Falcon, he's the Eagle. Sam Wilson summons some Eagle energy to heal Steve Rogers, give him some supery powers maybe. And Bucky discovers this going on, busts in, but the energy blasts his face off. So, oh my god, Bucky is the original White Skull. That's right. Captain America's greatest ally is actually his best friend in this reality, or his alternate universe best friend. It's amazing. Yeah, the White Skull just sort of shoots Sam Wilson down, lickety split, and out comes Native American Eagle Spirit Captain America, looking like a boss, with a headdress, maybe, and a stretched leather shield, a little eagle-looking geometric design. He throws a shield, and it becomes an energy eagle that totally destroys the White Skull. Or it doesn't destroy him, but he's, oh my god, energy eagle, and it returns to his shield. So he's a little half Falcon, half maybe U.S. agent with his purple energy shield, / Captain America, who had an energy shield. So, yeah, he's got his energy eagle. And we see that Captain America is lauded as a hero. We see a little ticker tape for Abe Lincoln pointing at him, going, here he is, he's being awesome. And, yeah, so then Native American energy eagle Captain America leads the American army to manifest destiny and just conquers the rest of the continent. Which, so, there's sort of a disconnect here where he uses Native American spirituality to become the oppressor of Indians. But I digress. And our last closing page is Captain America and the White Skull in an epic showdown. And they will continue to battle throughout the generations, apparently, all the way up to World War II. So overall, this I actually like this. It's kind of creative. You get some different reinterpretations. It's nice that Bucky's actually a villain in this, instead of just being like his friend. Like in the Captain America movie, Bucky's outranks Steve Rogers initially, but they're still just pals. Here we see Bucky take a turn, and he becomes the Red Skull. It's not necessarily just a Nazi, but he becomes the White Skull, a skull for Captain America to fight. The art, I'd say, a little cartoony, but nothing too bad. It's definitely acceptable, gets the job done, and I would give this a recommend. If you can find it and you like America heroes, it's worth taking a look at, because it's a nice creative spin, something you don't see. It's not just another Captain America tale with just a different costume. It's different time period, different dynamics to the characters. So good stuff. And as part of our America special for the 4th of July, I figured I'd go through, maybe not top 5. Here are 5 America heroes. The American flag makes a good template for superhero costumes. Really does. You get the characterization. Oh, he's patriotic. You get a good jump start on design. Stars, stripes. You get your color palette, red, white, and blue. Maybe some gold mixed in there. Black if you're feeling saucy. And in the golden age of comics, with the hysteria around World War II, America heroes popped up a whole bunch, but they still hang around, even to this day. There's like the Patriot, or the Super Patriot, not the John Walker one, the black one, and a whole host of Captain Americas, and, even in like the 80s, they had the Justice Societies, they had like Stars and Stripes, maybe. But here are 5 others. You got Uncle Sam, DC's resident, just hit you over the head with patriotism. Apparently he's a spiritual force, an American spiritual force, a spiritual force of 76, created by the quote-unquote founding fathers. He's the personification of America, and what that entails is super strength, the ability to alter your size, and the ability to transport people to a pocket dimension known as the Heartland. Jesus Christ, what is going on here? Like, do you really need a goofy-looking Uncle Sam superhero? Like, you can't just slap it onto another regular-looking hero like so many other people did. It has to be the beard and long pants and a top hat, and he's pointing and telling people he wants them. Matter of fact, is Hulk Hogan Uncle Sam? Oh my God. So, yeah, he is probably the top of America-ist heroes out there. We've got the Phantom Eagle, a World War I flying ace, of course. I have Marvel Premiere number 16 or whatever he debuted in. It's kind of boring. He flies around and then he's done. For heroism, I guess, but it's sort of he doesn't do much, and his costume looks like crap. He's like got a blue waistcoat and a tassel hanging off, goofy goggles. It's just, ooh, they need to just dial it back or turn up the America, because right now he's just blue and red. But I like World War One. It seems like it gets passed over for just World War II history. Everyone's just like, oh my God, greatest generation. Well, without World War II, or without World War One, there wouldn't be a World War II, and nobody seems to pay attention to World War One history. But unfortunately, their hero, the Phantom Eagle, doesn't really do much to change that perception. Then there's the Shield, not the FX show, not the wrestling group, not Agents of, just the Shield. He's red and he's got a flag shield symbol on his chest. Ta-da! I think there was like an 80s-ish revival, maybe by Archie Comics or something, and I see him floating around the quarter bin at Coast City Comics quite a bit. Tempted to get some crummy America heroes, but ultimately I just save the quarter. It doesn't matter. It's just going to take up space. And not to be outdone in blandness, there's Captain Flag. Oh my God, just flattest. The only thing more flat of a name would be Captain America. But at least Captain America took that name and just propelled it to be the pinnacle of patriotism and, be the center of the Marvel Universe, at least from a storyline standpoint. But Captain Flag, he's a guy. He's got a red and white striped cape, and probably the ugliest costume I've seen in looking for these America heroes. Sometimes wear short sleeves and a star on your chest. But that red and white striped cape, gotta go. Also, capes in general. Why? Like, Batman, he looks like a bat. Okay. Superman, he's the one with the cape. But all these other people, like, you're an America hero. You might be fighting in the military. If this is like World War II. Why do you have a cape on? To what end, I ask? To what end? Also, Captain Flag had a sweet sidekick of Yank the Eagle. So, in fact, he's the antecedent of this Civil War Captain America with his energy eagle. Except, his name is Yank. And speaking of Yank, segue, there's Yank and Doodle. That's right, a pair of America heroes, but they're just two Buckies running around in capes with the identical costume. At least Stars and Stripes had different costumes. There's one with stars, one with stripes. These are Yank and Doodle, one with a Y on his chest, one with a D on his chest. And they sound like they're teaming up for masturbation. For the love of God, yank my doodle. So, America heroes. There seems to be periods in comics where all the heroes tend to look like one another. So you got America heroes, and then maybe some Bug heroes, and then you got your Grim and Gritty of the early 90s, and maybe like sort of like Attitude. Woo! I got this coat on. I got my coat. My pouches. So, are we due for another America hero revival? Probably not. In the spirit of 4th of July, that spirit of 76, also a shitty America hero, I just say, have some fun, go light some sparklers, and eat a s'more. And remember, the WIP What If podcast is on iTunes, on Vimeo, on Stitcher, on YouTube, GiantSizeComicThings.com, theslimjames.com, at giant_size on Twitter, at theslimjames on Twitter, like tiny.cc/WIP. That might bring you somewhere. It's going to be a grand old time. So remember, don't spend the rest of your life asking, what if?